It's been a kind of rough last couple of days for Hailey Van Lith, has it not? Because we saw that interview after she got drafted where she looked like she was entering a torture chamber.
The 2025 WNBA draft was supposed to be a celebration, a night for fresh talent, new beginnings, and the future of women's basketball. But what happened on that stage wasn't just surprising, it was explosive.
The Chicago Sky select Hailey Van Lith.
The veteran point guard, Hailey Van Lith, without her in free agency. This is a perfect opportunity now for Hailey Van Lith as young point guard.
Hailey Van Lith didn't just make an entrance, she made a statement. One so bold, so divisive, it sent shockwaves through the entire league. And her target? None other than Caitlin Clark, the most influential figure women's basketball has seen in a generation. What started as a playful moment spiraled into one of the most talked about controversies in WNBA history, and it might have already sealed Van Lith's fate before she even touched a pro court. The draft took place at the Shed in Hudson Yards, New York City, packed with energy, loaded with cameras, and brimming with anticipation. The league had never seen hype like this, and a huge reason for that. She bounced from Louisville to LSU, then finally to TCU. Each stop fueled a chip on her shoulder and earned her a reputation for being tough, fiery, and dead set on proving people wrong. And then there's her history with Caitlin Clark. The two had tangled before. In 2023, Clark torched LSU in the Elite Eight for 41 points, sending Van Lith's team packing. One moment went viral. Clark's "You Can't See Me" taunt. That clip burned itself into the memory of every women's hoops fan, and it clearly stuck with Van Lith. So when draft night came and the spotlight swung her way, Van Lith didn't hesitate. She didn't smile politely. She took her shot. During a pre-draft segment meant to lighten the mood, Van Lith was asked a playful question: start, bench, or cut? Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, or Caitlin Clark? And the crowd hanging on her every word. She said, start Diana, bench Sabrina, cut Caitlin. The room froze, a beat of silence, then chaos. Social media lit up in seconds. Tweets flew. Instagram stories popped, and the takes came in hot. Did she really just say that? Fans were stunned, not just by the answer, but by how casually she said it. She'd taken a public swipe at the WNBA's biggest name on national TV. And she wasn't done. After, she was drawing a line, and Clark was on the other side of it. But that's when things turned. Fast. Fans didn't just clap back, they roared. Stat comparisons flooded the internet. Van Lith's college numbers were solid. 19 points per game at Louisville, 18 at TCU. Respectable. But Clark? She was rewriting the history books. The NCAA's all-time leading scorer. Back-to-back national title game appearances. Triple doubles like it was nothing. And beyond stats, Clark was a walking economy. She wasn't just playing the game, she was the game. Analysts weighed in. One called Van Lith's comments envy dressed up as confidence. Another said, you don't come for the queen unless you've got a crown of your own. Even current WNBA players responded, quietly. A handful unfollowed Van Lith on social media, silent but deadly. The message was clear. Know your place. While the world dissected every syllable Van Lith said, Clark didn't utter a word. No tweets, no statements, no rebuttals, just a smirk, a cold, knowing smile caught on camera as Van Lith's comments played in the background. The same smirk she gave opponents in college, right before draining a logo 3 in their face. And then she disappeared. From the drama, at least. She was seen at a youth basketball camp the very next day, coaching kids, signing jerseys, and laughing with families. She wasn't playing the internet game. She was building a legacy. Then came the preseason. Caitlin Clark stepped on the floor, and any doubts disappeared. She dropped 28 points, dished 8 assists, and pulled 5 boards. She ran the court like she owned it. Meanwhile, Van Lith still in warm-ups. Cameras caught her watching from the bench as Clark lit it up. Memes exploded. Clark's cooking while Van Lith's still in the kitchen. The internet was brutal, and it was just getting started. As Clark's legend grew, Van Lith found herself in a media storm. But behind the scenes, things were worse. Reports started leaking. Teams had passed on drafting Van Lith, not because of talent, but because of attitude. One anonymous scout summed it up. She's good, but she's not Clark, and no one wants drama before production. The Chicago Sky rolled the dice. They banked on her chemistry with former LSU teammate Angel Reese to smooth things over. But even that came with baggage. Reese had already started reshaping her public image, learning how to balance competitiveness with composure. Van Lith, meanwhile, was still chasing headlines, and the league took notice. The pressure wasn't just on, it was suffocating. Every day the stakes got higher, and every second Clark played, the spotlight on Van Lith got even harsher. The WNBA couldn't have scripted it better, or worse, depending on who you ask. Opening night, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Hailey Van Lith versus Caitlin Clark. The rivalry that started with a microphone would now be tested on the court, and the hype, insane. Tickets sold out in minutes. Resale prices skyrocketed. ESPN promoted the matchup like it was a playoff game. For Van Lith, it was a shot at redemption. For Clark, just another night to put on a show. But here's where it gets brutal. Every possession Van Lith plays will be judged. Every shot, every turnover, every hesitation will be dissected and compared to Clark's every move. Social media is already circling like vultures. Memes predicting a 40-point Clark masterclass. Fan threads bracing for Van Lith's collapse. She didn't just create a rivalry, she created an impossible standard. And if she fails to meet it, the internet won't be kind. While Van Lith battles the pressure, Clark is doing what she's always done, working. On her birthday, she went 50 for 54 from 3 during practice. No cameras, no headlines, just buckets. Her rookie season, already legendary. First rookie to notch a triple-double, fastest to 100 three-pointers, most assists in an all-star game.